Michael D. Brooksville, Florida, USA. Faith is a state of mind which may be induced by autosuggestion. All down the ages, the religionists have admonished struggling humanity to have faith in this, that, and the other dogma or creed, but they have failed to tell people how to have faith. They have not stated that faith is a state of mind, and that it may be induced by self-suggestion. In language which any normal human being can understand, we will describe all that is known about the principle through which faith may be developed, where it does not already exist. Have faith in yourself, faith in the infinite. It is a well-known fact that one comes, finally, to believe whatever one repeats to oneself, whether the statement be true or false. If a man repeats a lie over and over, he will eventually accept the lie as truth. Moreover, he will believe it to be the truth. Every man is what he is, because of the dominating thoughts which he permits to occupy his mind. Thoughts which a man deliberately places in his own mind, and encourages with sympathy, and with which he mixes any one or more of the emotions, constitute the motivating forces, which direct and control his every movement, act, and deed. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but soon or late the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. Remember, how you do anything is how you do everything. Evelyn K. Southfield, Michigan, United States. Chapter 3. This chapter confirmed everything that I already believed. After reading it, I was so excited at the concept that I could barely contain myself. The thought that one person could have so much faith and create an empire through positive thought made me so emotional with high expectations for the future. I never realized how powerful the mind is until now. I always heard the old saying, if you have the faith of a mustard seed and so on, but to actually see it come to fruition is incredible. I started visualizing my future exactly as I wanted it to be down to the minutest detail. I could hear my phone ringing with new men asking me questions and me happily helping them to become successful. I once again was walking in the kitchen of my dream home as I have done many times, pacing as I spoke on the telephone, one call after another, giving my best advice. My husband and grandson are sitting in the family room, which is just off the kitchen. Everybody looks so happy and healthy. You should see the windows in my home. They are so beautiful. They sparkle because they are so clean. It has a walkout basement and a porch that almost spans the entire house. I love helping people. It gives me so much purpose. I used to think that if something ever happened to my son or grandson, there would be no use going on. Mentoring for free has given me an even greater purpose, which would allow me to get through the most daunting moments. I have not been doing this for very long, but the response I have already gotten and the appreciation and gratitude that I have received almost brings tears to my eyes. All I ever wanted to do was help others, but to help and actually have people appreciate it is more than even I could have ever imagined. Michael, once again, thank you for your brilliance and the hope that I now have because of the success in 10-step system. I truly believe that you are a proof of my vivid imagination and most importantly my faith. Thank you truly from the bottom of my heart. Eve. Karen S. Rock Rapids, Iowa, United States. Riches begins with a thought. When the mind has been cleared of a negative mental attitude, the power of faith moves in and begins to take possession. Faith is the head chemist of the mind. It is a state of mind which can be created by repeated instructions to the subconscious mind. All thoughts which emotion have been and mixed with faith begin immediately to turn themselves into the physical equivalent. The self-confidence formula: I know I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. Karen S. Wiley P. Lake Worth, Florida, USA. Lesson 3: Faith. I spent the majority of my time acknowledging faith as my base. Now I will add it to my desire for riches, namely $100 million, and I will accumulate such an amount. I was told that $100 million was a shot in the dark, but I know that to eat an elephant you have to take one bit at a time. Through my persistence and desire and faith I will take the word of my mastermind group and apply auto-suggestion and write down my thoughts. Anything that you put in writing, you are sure to achieve it. Maybe not today and not tomorrow, but soon, with persistence and all the other elements you put in the mix. Don't let your guard down. Go with your gut feelings. Your first instincts are usually right, so be careful who you listen to. Consider their credentials of the person. Ask questions. What I found out is the wealthy don't talk about their riches. So, if a person talks positive and don't talk about their wealth, you probably have a good candidate for a person to listen to, because they have been there and done that. But check for other signals or signs. Nathan G. Lubbock, Texas, United States. Chapter 3: Faith, Visualization of and Belief in Attainment of Desire. Believe and have trust and faith that you are really capable of doing what you want to do. Jamie Anderson. It is a well-known fact that one comes, finally, to believe whatever one repeats to oneself, whether the statement be true or false. If a man repeats a lie over and over, he will eventually accept the lie as truth. Moreover, he will believe it to be the truth. Every man is what he is, because of the dominating thought which he permits to occupy his mind. Thoughts which a man deliberately places in his own mind, and encourages with sympathy, and with which he mixes any one or more of the emotions, constitute the motivating forces, which direct and control his every movement, act, and deed. You are what you repeat to yourself. Question: so what are you repeating? Yourself? If there is one thing I have learned after 10 times through Think and Grow Rich lessons, what say you to yourself and what messages you believe is of utmost importance. Look again at the quote with which I began my lesson: believe and have trust and faith that you are really capable of doing what you want to do. This is an echo of Ellsworth's faith is a state of mind which can be inducted by auto-suggest. Have faith in yourself, faith in the infinite. Faith removes limitations. There can only be growth, be it in finances, relationships, or desires, when we put faith in the vision of what we want. Have the trust that His will come, as the scripture says. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Luke 6:38. Give first, then comes the abundance. Give faith to your desire and the door to all desires are opened. Remember, any impulsive thought which is repeatedly passed on to the subconscious mind is, finally, accepted and acted upon by the subconscious mind, which proceeds to translate that impulse into its physical equivalent by the most practical procedure available. Here, in the study of Think and Grow Rich, and with the help of the mentors in Mentoring for Free, I have made the choice to follow the self-confidence formula. I can achieve the object of my definite purpose in life, and I demand of myself persistent, continuous action toward its attainment. I realized the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves. I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I persistently focus on will eventually seek expression through some practical means. On the board before me is written a description of my definite chief aim. I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. My gratitude to Linda and Michael D. in putting their faith to the desire of building the Mentoring for Free as a system giving back to all of us in network marketing. My thanks to Bob S. for his support and encouragement. My heart to each of you on the calls for your brilliance. I count it blessing for those who are downloading the ebook and speak with me each week. Nathan G. Lubbock, Texas, USA. Bob S. Sonny Alamogordo, New Mexico, USA. Chapter 3: Faith, Visualization of, and Belief in Attainment of Desire. The second step toward riches. Faith is developed by a lot of effective self-talk. The more positive self-talk, the less negative self-talk, and the more faith developed. I began saying my self-talk many times a day, but I did not have faith. I had setbacks. I quit Mentoring for Free and my MLM company from May 15, 2014 to September 15, 2014. I realized there was no other place for me to sing the music I still had in me. I came back to Mentoring for Free in my MLM company. I have had plenty of chances to quit again, if I listen to negative people. But I am not going to let anyone else decide my fate. I control my life, and that is final, end of story. I will live to be well over 100 years young with full capacity to live alone. The main thing a person needs to become a centurion is mental stimulation. I get that here in Mentoring for Free. I will be like Jimmy Doolittle. At age 96, I thought it was 99, but at age 96, he came home from work, sat down in his easy chair to read the paper, and passed into the next life. I will pass in a similar way when I am well past 100 years of age. This is not part of my self-talk I count daily, but I think about it daily. There are no thoughts of passing any other way. Here is my mental stimulation that is building my faith stronger and stronger. One, I am leaving others better than I found them, giving them something of value. This develops confidence and faith. Thanks to my good friend, Ken Clan, for his brilliance. 2, I am saying 2 self-talks. One 500 times daily and the other 200 times daily. 3, I am spending a lot of time researching training I can give to help others. 4, I am praying at least 10 minutes daily. 5, these 10-minute prayers have evolved into my saying my religious prayer daily. 6, I say the answers to Chapter 2, Desire, and Chapter 3, Faith, twice daily, helping to build faith. We learned in Chapter 1, we create our own reality by our thoughts. because thoughts are a thing. I am creating my own reality, no matter what crises life presents. I have total faith I will achieve my desires. I am grateful to Linda and Michael B for having the desire and faith to create mentoring for free and to do it the way Napoleon Hill suggests in Think and Grow Rich. And to do it free for as long as a person desires. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you Linda and Michael B for mentoring for free. I am also grateful to all the people who make up our training called mastermind groups. Without each of you, mentoring for free would not be the success it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to each of you. I am very grateful to each person I talk with periodically. We too form a mastermind group, which is two or more, in harmony helping each of us become a better person. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to each one of you. I appreciate each of you tremendously. Bob S. Sunny Alamogordo, New Mexico. P.S. Mentoring for free has no competition in the social media world. Nobody is doing what Linda and Michael have developed. There are many attempting to create something like mentoring for free, but they end up monetizing it and it blows up on them. I got this from a Michael several years ago. Thought this might be a place to share it. Is mentoring for free really free? Not really. There is a catch. With mentoring for free, you can get great training and coaching at no cost. That part is true and it is available to anyone. The phone calls, the lead calls, the training calls. All are available to any person in any NWM company at any time for free. So yes, you can learn for free. We encourage that. So, what is the catch? Every person who benefits from mentoring for free is asked to pay it forward and use their new knowledge to help their team and others. We all volunteer our time to make a difference. If you don't understand why we should all volunteer our time, please refer to the book, The Influencer, The Power to Change Anything. When you read the methods of the influencer, you today, by changing the world, you'll be inspired also. Make sure to read how the Delancey Street Foundation influenced the behavior by insisting every resident mentor the newest resident, even if they personally have only one more day experience. So that's the catch. Mentoring for free isn't free. It's free to learn, but we ask you to pass it on. Think and Grow Rich Lessons. Lawrence B. Bronx, New York, USA. The bottom line of having faith is knowing what you want to accomplish before you see it. Think about them all. You have to see it complete before you put any brick down and visualize it. How many stores are going to be in the mall? Will there be a Target, a Best Buy, a TJ Maxx, a California Pizza Kitchen? Do you want a Barnes & Noble as well? See it done before putting a brick down. Same thing with your business. You must see yourself as a top money earner or else you will get nowhere fast. You have to have players who want to play to win, not for fun. Let's say you're 5 key leaders whom you want to be on the 1-month cruise with. You can't have a bench warmer on your team or a negative person because that person will drive others away from them. You want to have people on your team who are on fire. How fast do you want to get to the top in your company's pay plan? Think about this. There is a company out there that has these positions: distributor, executive, ruby, emerald, diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, presidential, ambassador and black diamond. Let's say you get promoted once a year. That could take you 10 years to reach the top. Let's say you make Ruby every month. It could take you 3 years to get to the top. Which path do you choose? Lawrence B. Connie. Lubbock, Texas, United States. Lesson: Faith. You are a shepherd. You have many tents, a wife, and her mate, and, eventually, a son. With each of them you are responsible for a passel of relatives, slaves, and a cogillion sheep. One day God speaks to you and tells you to break down everything, to leave, but He doesn't tell you, or what would you do? Hebrews 11:8-9, NIV, says, by faith, Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, even though he did not know where he was going. By faith he made his home in the promised land like a stranger in a foreign country. Do you know where you are going? Do you know the steps to get you there? What and who will you take with you? What is it you fear will happen to you and to those for whom you are responsible? Hill states, the subconscious mind will translate into reality a thought driven by fear just as readily as it will translate a thought driven by courage, or faith. The Roman Emperor, Marcus Tullius Cicero, put it this way, a man who has courage is, also, a man full of faith. The choice is yours and yours alone. What kind of choices do you make with your family, your friends, and your business on any given day? Your self-talk shows to everyone what choices you make. Every tomorrow has two handles. We can take hold of the handle of anxiety or the handle of faith. Henry Westworth Longfellow. The only question at this point is this: do you live in fear or in faith? Connie G. Lubbock, Texas, USA. Mervyn D. Casey, the Australian Capital Territory, Australia. Chapter 3: Faith. Visualization of, and belief in attainment of desire. The second step toward riches. Faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. Hebrews 11:1. Each of us practice faith every day. We have faith that the bus will come on time to take us to work. We have faith that if we work the required hours we will receive remuneration at the end of the week. Both these examples are based on someone else performing actions, and ethical actions at that. Ethical actions produce positive faith. Hill had a son who was born without ears and without the necessary opening in the skull to allow passage of sound waves as in a normal person. The doctors predicted that Hill's son would be deaf and mute. Hill did not accept the doctor's prognosis, and he proceeded to set in motion the passionate desire that his son would not only hear but also talk normally. He had faith that his actions would produce the required goal of hearing and speech. Not only was this goal achieved, but the son went on to help others. In the quote above, it really sums up what faith is: the attainment of ideas and dreams which at conception are not visible in finite form, but through the 6 steps described in Chapter 2 of Think and Grow Rich. The creative imagination, autosuggestion, and faith, along with the other principles set out by Hill, they will be achieved. I had difficulty with Step 6 of the 6-step process of Chapter 2. I could not visualize the final riches. Over a period of time, and by the use of autosuggestion, self-talk, also using meditation, I have been able to now visualize the riches in my bank account for use as set out in the clearly written down statement of the goals I am wishing to attain. I had faith in the principles set out in Think and Grow Rich. Similarly, I have faith in the mentoring for free system, that by following and doing all the various steps I will obtain my passionate desires. It is with gratitude and thanks to Linda and Michael D and all at Mentoring for Free for the constructive criticism that I have faith to achieve my passionate desires. Mervyn D. Casey, Australian Capital Territory, Australia. Kazar, West Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada. Chapter 3, Faith. Martin Luther King, Jr. said faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. In February 2006 I came across an article in the Network Marketing magazine. I read all the articles but only one really made sense to me and I wanted to learn more, so I took advantage of the link to download a free book by the author. I was new to the computer, so downloading was a little scary, as I was told you have to be careful so you don't download things that may give you viruses onto your computer. So, downloading anything took faith. It took faith to take the time to sit and read the information expecting it to be the answer to what I needed to build my network marketing business. It took faith to tell my husband to read it the next day and tell him we need to call this man the following day. It took faith to call Michael D, and it took faith to accept the fact that he was honest and his motives were to help me. It took faith to accept that his answers to my questions were truth, and it took faith to join his Mentoring for Free program and that his training would give me the skills I needed to build my business, and it takes faith to continue each week to get on calls, to call clients and to post lessons. Mother Teresa said, "Be faithful in small things because it is in them that your strength lies." Kazar, Christopher G. New Haven, Indiana, United States. Simply put, faith is the building blocks of your dreams. However, it can also help create your nightmares if you have lack of faith in yourself. This lesson should be inspiring to hear the birth of United States Steel Company and how it started in thought before it became a reality. Keep your faith high and repeat it daily, and your vibrations will begin to gain traction towards your dreams. I'm grateful to all of you that share your thoughts, and Bob S. that introduced me to this opportunity of growth. My final thought is, don't wait until 2018 to start working on your goals. Marty R. Pine Bluff, Arkansas, USA. Chapter 3, Faith. From the book Think and Grow Rich. Hill tells us, like the wind which carries one ship east and another west, the law of auto-suggestion will lift you up or pull you down according to the way you set your sails of thought. When first coming here, I did not have very much faith in Think and Grow Rich lessons, Mentoring for Free, Michael D. My sails of thought were not set. Like most people, I was just drifting along. Since becoming a member, my confidence in myself has grown. My faith in Mentoring for Free system has grown. I heard something today that made me think about faith. Action. It's so loud I cannot hear you. We show our faith by speaking up on the calls. We show our faith by posting lessons. We show our faith by turning in MFF reports to our mentors. We show our faith by taking what we learn here at MFF and Think and Grow Rich lessons and put it to work in our life every day. We show our faith by not quitting. Action speaks louder than words. Your action, it's so loud I cannot hear you. I enjoy all the brilliant lessons. Thank you for post. Marty. John S. Gloucester, Gloucestershire, UK. Visualization of, and belief in attainment of desire or building faith. The second step toward riches. Over the years, many millions of people searching for the answer to creating great wealth have read Think and Grow Rich, looking for that magic bullet for immediate success. Sadly, perhaps very few of those readers became millionaires or great leaders in their communities. In most cases, possibly the main reason for that lack of success was they lacked faith in the power of the systems and methods between the covers of what they were reading. As Mr. Hill explains as an illustration, consider the purpose for which you are, presumably, reading this book. The object is, naturally, to acquire the ability to transmute the intangible thought impulse of desire into its physical counterpart, money. By following the instructions laid down in the chapters on autosuggestion and the subconscious mind, as summarized in the chapter on autosuggestion, you may convince the subconscious mind that you believe you will receive that for which you ask, and it will act upon that belief, which your subconscious mind passes back to you in the form of faith, followed by definite plans for procuring that which you desire. The method by which one develops faith, where it does not already exist, is extremely difficult to describe. Faith is a state of mind which you may develop at will, after you have mastered the 13 principles, because it is a state of mind which develops voluntarily, through application and use of these principles. Repetition of affirmation of orders to your subconscious mind is the only known method of voluntary development of the emotion of faith, or what members of Mentoring for Free know as daily self-talk, which involves not just repeating a series of words but actually visualizing, living and enjoying the desired for success as if we already owned that success. I also believe the process of developing faith is helped greatly by associating and working with those who think the way I do and who, in many cases, desire similar things to me. That constant reaffirmation and meeting of minds is surely being the real power of a great mastermind group. With thanks to Michael and Linda for staying all in, to every coach and member for their awesome energy and commitment, and to every reader for the energy they add. John S. Gloucester, UK.
Okay guys, that was it for this little video, and we hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment below. The reason I ask you to subscribe is that when I release the rest of the videos, you'll know about it, because you'll be notified if you're subscribed to this channel. So, and there'll be cards attached above here with extra videos for your viewing pleasure. Have a good day and a better week. Thanks.